Welcome to Footy Week Podcast, EPL Game Week 23 review. My name is Ahis Anthony, and we're here to talk about football and everything football. Game Week 23 had a lot of surprises, had a lot of fun, and had a lot of things that we're going to talk about here. So, I'm Ahis Anthony, like I mentioned earlier, and I'm here with my co-host.
She was all belong. Yeah, we are here to talk about this week's podcast once again, and we hope to do justice to it.
Okay, so the top wolf of the wolf pack is not in or is not around today, which is Udoka. It wasn't around last week and is not around today as well. But the show will have to move on. The show will have to continue without him, and is joining us. He's in the spirit with us. He's listening where he is right now, but it's such a pity that he can't join in. But hopefully next review it will be around. So we go straight into the talking points of game week 23 of the EPL. VAR Monitor being used at last. We saw that in the game between Norwich City versus Bournemouth. A game week Norwich City won 1-0. And we saw two red cards being shown to a Norwich City player and a Bournemouth player. So we're going to talk straight about that. So what's your take on that, Chibuzo? The VAR Monitor being used for the very first time this season.
So this weekend it was announced, but I guess people have become tired of talking about VAR. So before this weekend, the association gave a go-ahead to referees to check monitors for red card offences. Probably, I'm thinking is a carryover from Aubameyang's red card. I think so, because it just happened a week after. So in that match, Paul Tini became the first referee in the EPL to use a pitch side monitor.
Yeah, and it goes into the record for that.
It happened that in the 76th minute there was a tackle by Ben Godfrey, 76th minute, and he gave him a yellow card, but then had to go back to the monitor to check. After checking the monitor, he issued him a red card, overturning his initial yellow card, and at that point it became 10 aside for each. Apparently, what he saw on the monitor was that the tackle caught the striker's ankle, and then that can be decided as dangerous play.
But don't you think this is coming too late at this time of the season already, with 23 matches gone?
Better late than never. Start it now. Probably next season, start by clean slate. I don't know why they have been having a business approach about this. I think they should use the PCI monitors for all events that call for VAR. They're just bringing it out one by one. So now today, they probably for records, maybe tomorrow, offside and all that. So I think it's better late than never. Just trying to experiment at the highest stage of the game. People are tired of talking about VAR. This weekend,
VAR has cost a lot of teams points. VAR has cost a lot of teams to moan and groan. But better late than never, like you said. We would want VAR to come to be integrated fully into the EPL, so that most decisions that have been taken will be fair and will be fair on both teams. It will also give the referees the full power to be able to make decisions and not waiting to some guys in one VAR room making decisions just to overturn whatever the main referee gives or decides on the pitch. So it's a good improvement. We've seen of referees using the VAR Monitor on the pitch, on the field of play. It's an improvement, but we hope to see more for the remaining 15 games of this season, and also, like you said, it should be integrated fully next year. Clean slate. That's what we want. So moving on to the results. This week we saw all the big six flopping and messing up, except for Liverpool. Except for Liverpool. All of the top six dropped points except Yep.
So that means we all lost our prediction. That's what it means.
Well, it's interesting when we get to that section that because I know I'm going to win based on the predictions we made. Because I was doing my
okay.
Yeah, because I was just checking.
Matches,
So we'll go straight to the matches.
First match was Watford Tottenham.
Yeah, Watford Tottenham. It ended 0-0 at the Hornets.
Was toothless.
It's so disappointing because
Tottenham was toothless. I think they need their hurricane back. I don't know, but Tottenham was just they disappointed us. Disappointed me. As in, I'd given that match to them to win, coming from how they last week and the week before. They should just come and just destroy Watford. But then they came and I don't know what happened.
I mentioned it last week. New manager bound, still working for Watford, and they are becoming hard to beat at their home, the Hornets. They're becoming too difficult to beat, and it's quite disappointing for Tottenham. Last 3 matches, they failed to score a goal. Is this an effect of Harry Kane not being around?
I think there's no other way to see it. He's Harry Kane. He's Harry Kane because he's always the one scoring, but now he's not there. There's no person to rally around when it comes to the attack. And then he has tried Lo Celso, Lucas Moura, Son, but that sure banker guy, I don't think he has that sure banker guy yet. I think he has that sure, and they are finding it hard to score goals.
And it was a bit.
It shows now.
They were a bit lucky too because Troy Deeney,
a penalty miss.
Had a spot kick saved. Yeah, had a spot by Paul Gazzaniga, who denied Troy Deeney that goal because it would have been so bad if that goal had went in, and it would have been difficult for Tottenham to even want to come back to try to win that game. But they shared the spoils. 0-0, a point shared. That's 2 points dropped for Tottenham. And looking at Jose Mourinho, I mentioned it in a previous podcast because I know you and Udoka had your guns pointed at me. I said it that I'm not feeling this Jose Mourinho of Tottenham. It's unlike the Jose Mourinho that we used to know. That Jose Mourinho factor is not playing out. Because imagine Jose Mourinho going 3 matches without even scoring a goal and also conceding because they lost to Liverpool. Their last match, was it a draw? They drew the match and they're now drawing this against Watford. What's your take on that?
I don't know. Coming into the team and having what's his name, Kane injured. It's just I don't know because I don't really see anybody as a goal scorer in that team. Son used to score some time ago, and then he has tried a lot of other guys. For me, I think the players he has met in the team, they're not giving him what he wants. Because when it comes to trying to nullify your opponent, playing, showing tactical ability, I don't think Mourinho should be written off. But then the results on the pitch is different, and everybody's all about the results.
It's all about the results. It's all about picking the points because the race for top 4 this season, like I said, is going to go down the wire. It's about the points that you make right now that determines the teams that will be qualifying for the Champions League. So moving on to the next result for the EPL, we saw Arsenal again dropping 2 points against Sheffield United. Nobody saw that coming because we thought Arsenal was going to take that and win that match, take all the 3 points. Apparently, Sheffield United, organized football,
had the plans.
The kind of formation that Chris Wilder put out that day, saw Arsenal playing differently, looking for the counter-attack. Though they didn't really trouble Arsenal in the first half, even throughout the game, just up onto the last minutes of the second half, where they almost grabbed a winner, but for that lucky save by Leno. And Arsenal were unconvincing. There was another controversial moment because we didn't know why the referee didn't use the VAR Monitor like Paul Tierney did. there was a controversial moment where VAR cancelled the penalty that was between.
Yeah, the monitor is for red cards.
Yeah,
according to the association, for red cards.
Yeah, we know, because like I said, imagine if he had used the monitor.
Yeah, imagine he had used,
because it was a clear penalty. O'Connell tripped Pepe when Pepe was cutting it.
Penalty. Like, I don't understand. Like, the guy had pushed the ball. The player had stretched his leg and his body to stop somebody that was goal bound. Like, yes, they could say, okay, the ref was seeing it from an angle, probably he was diving and it's a split second thing, but then there's a slow motion there. And I watched the replay and I saw that it's just the way Owen used to get penalties. So when he's running, he sees you coming, he pushes the ball and you stop him. And players win penalties that way. It's just like Carvajal against Sevilla. Towards the end of the diamonds of the match, the way he won a foul. You know, he was going to get the ball, and then the player just nudged him from behind. All those things, they are formulaic, they are straightforward. So I don't know. So now, in this case, is the VAR is showing that the English VAR is not different from the referees on the pitch. Since it's still the same referees that are doing the VAR in the office.
Yeah, because it's becoming atrocious, because this is not the first time.
That was a clear penalty.
This won't be the first time it's happening to Arsenal, because it happened Arsenal to Crystal Palace, the Socrates goal, VAR cancelled it, and also other moments in previous games for Arsenal. Now, do you see this as a plenty of work to do for Arteta? Because the team look like they'll be brilliant for a particular spell of the game, and when it comes to a particular time of the game, they will just switch off, because that goal really shouldn't have gone in if Arsenal had defended properly. Looking at the situation of the goal, even the first time they cleared the ball, the clearance didn't go past the midfield.
The clearance wasn't good.
Sheffield United brought the game back. A cross went in, and the guy just hit the ball, and it deflected off Maitland Niles and went into the net, and that was it. And Arsenal couldn't even sum up anything. Do you see this as the work cut out for Arteta? Does he have the personnel?
Yes, the work cut out for him. We all said, I think in our last 2 episodes where we said that from next season we'll see he has to start bringing in players. But then comeback spirits, man. Teams need comeback spirits. Like, if they score you a goal, you should still try and come back now. You cannot just you are up and then you equalize against, like the Chelsea issue. I'm jumping to Chelsea now. That was too late.
You were going to get to that.
For them to come back, but then and as well, he needs to work on their mindset. They need to fight back. They need to come back. You understand? They need to come back. They need to fight. They need to fight back.
For me, I think the issue is what they need to really work on is closing out games. We saw this against Crystal Palace in the last game, where they were 1-0 up throughout the first half. They dominated.
Liverpool have shown themselves to be the masters of closing up games. They win a game with 1-0.
Because they dominated the entire first half against Crystal Palace. They failed to just have that second goal. Same happened against Sheffield United at the Emirates, where Arteta is trying to turn the Emirates into a fortress for Arsenal again. But we see them dropping 2 points again. Seeing them winning just one match this year at the Emirates, and that was against Manchester United. But they were without Aubameyang. Did they really miss him? Was there any difference in the team?
Well, I think they did. But although Martinelli's goal was a tap-in now.
It was a tap-in. A deflected cross.
Deflection at I think they missed him. But I think they missed him, and they will miss him for the remaining matches.
Because to be fair,
the time where someone like a Lacazette show up. Like I said, is he injured? Is he not fit?
It's fit. He played the match. He couldn't score. But to be fair on Arsenal too, to be fair on Arteta really, looking at the defensive lineup, the back line, he had two natural defenders. The wing backs were our midfielders. It's like a makeshift back, makeshift defense. And for me, really, Arteta is really bringing that there's a blueprint. We can all see the blueprint. We know what this guy is trying to work out. We know what he's trying to do. We know what he's trying to establish in Arsenal. What he really needs now is he's going to have the summer to himself. Maybe that's where the rejig will come, where we need to, just make some changes, sell some players, sign in good players that can carry out the kind of philosophy he's trying to bring. Because at the moment he's shot at the back. This left fullback, the two left fullbacks are injured. Hector Bellerin is back, but he's not fully fit. Where do you see Arsenal going from here? Looking at their next line of fixtures, do you see them making the top four? Do you see them still doing anything spectacular in the Premier League?
For me, I think Arsenal should just find stability. Not really going for that top four. That top four should be okay. Probably a team messes up and then they just take care of it. They should just, like I said, take every match as they come and play, not looking at that top four. Because they are like you said, their defense personnel is being thinned out. So for me, I think when we start talking about Arteta, it should be next season. It shouldn't be this season.
Okay, because there's 7 points.
He has a lot of float to do.
There's 7 points adrift at the moment from the relegation zone, and they are 10 points away from the top 4 zone. With 15 matches to go, anything can happen. Looking at also Chelsea's next line of fixtures, there's every tendency that anything, like I say, anything can happen. So moving on, yeah. So, but it was 2 points dropped for Arsenal. It was so sad because hadn't been they won that match, it would have pushed them further because other teams to drop points. So moving on to the next match, Manchester City versus Crystal Palace at the Etihad Stadium, 2-2. 2 point drop. 2 points dropped for Guardiola.
That match was just an anticlimax. Like, he came down from that goal, got another goal, and then lost the match. Man, I don't know, but I think what's his name? Pep's defense. That thing is not so strong.
The defense is suspect.
It's not so strong because I watched that game now. I saw the way Aguero came, the way he just turned everything around, and then all of a sudden the ball recycles to the other side of the pitch, and then it's now in net.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why that goal entered was because Fernandinho was already out. He was already struggling, trying to come back, and then the Crystal Palace striker, I think, pushed him, and then he lost balance, trying to get his balance. Then the ball hit his leg and entered the net. Well, you can say yes, it wasn't his fault because if you watch the replay, where you see that he was pushed. But then he was already behind, trying to catch up. You understand? So I don't know. So finally, now we can now say Liverpool are crowned winners of the league because
it's beginning to look like that.
Shouldn't have lost that match. Shouldn't have lost that match because you decided the match. Yes, we know that in the last.
Shouldn't have drawn the match. You meant?
Yeah, should have drawn the match now because they were 2-1 up now. They were 2-1 up after Aguero's brace.
Well, that match looks like a loss.
They should have won the match.
Yep.
And shouldn't have drawn the match. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't really know. It's just giving Crystal Palace this morale. Next time they meet, we can trouble these guys. And I don't know. That match was just was disappointing to me because if that game had ended a 1-1 draw, yes, or And then if I had ended, a 1-goal win for Crystal Palace, it would have been a disappointment also. But then you come back, score 2 goals. The stadium and in your home, the stadium is on fire. The fans are running mad, going crazy, and then the bubble just burst.
There was no birthday joy for Guardiola because that was his 49th birthday yesterday.
Yeah.
He would have loved the 3 points to celebrate a win and also have a fun-filled birthday celebration. But the positive for Man City is Aguero added 2 more goals to his goal bags or goal haul, goal counts in the EPL, and he's beginning to look like the best EPL striker. He has 252 goals now, and I think it was the only one that tried to prove something yesterday, because even Jesus didn't show that Man City had Jesus yesterday. He was just it was just huffing and puffing. And do you see Man City even breaking down or losing more points in the last 15 games of the season? Because it's beginning to look like the whole pressure is on Kun Aguero. If Kun Aguero don't score, or if Kun Aguero don't come to the party, it will be difficult for us.
You're right. The team needs to. The team needs to. They need to. I don't know. Yes, Aguero comes to the party, but then they need to, get these goals, because Aguero might get injured, be out, and all that. So are they now going to start experiencing what Tottenham is experiencing? We used to have a Man City where Sterling scored, Jesus scored, De Bruyne scores, De Bruyne scores, Silva scores, Mahrez scores. But now I don't know.
It's been a while. We saw Sterling score as well. Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. So it's just been Aguero trying to saving them, and I don't even think he's going to feature a lot next season or even play next season, because I'm thinking that Pep will do a major overhaul this season. He's going to do a major overhaul, and too good to be taken off the team. But we all know that Pep is a madman. He does mysterious things. They really need to. I don't know what is wrong, but that Man City's play where they overload the box with 5 players and then play square play and then they are tapping into the net, I have not seen it. I think it's the way teams have been playing them recently. It's been affecting the way they play. So, like you said, if Aguero goes off, man, it's going to be a very, very bad thing for Man City, because last season they were all firing on all cylinders, but this season, I don't know. The goals are not coming.
Well, we also need to give accolades to Crystal Palace for their effort and their organization throughout the 90 minutes of that game, because they really played well. It was a scare because they could have won that match, because we've never seen.
Have won that match.
Yeah, Guardiola has never lost consecutive home games against same opponent in his entire time at Manchester City, and Crystal Palace came close to doing that. And also, one player that was outstanding yesterday was Wilfred Zaha. When will Wilfred Zaha? When is he going to get a good club that would sign him up? A top club in England to sign him up. Yeah, because he really gave a good account of himself yesterday.
Yeah, he really did.
So that's okay.
That's Man City. Who else?
So that's 2 points dropped for Man City. Wow, that leaves them how many points behind Liverpool now? 16 points.
Please let them do God of Honor next match and make no time.
It's gonna take a miracle.
A miracle. And then today, of all days, Leicester City surprised us, losing to Burnley.
Before we get to Leicester City, we'd like to just talk about Newcastle United, Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea. That was a very dramatic way to end the match. I could see Lampard almost crying. Like, What the heck? Just dying of the dying minutes. No. Those we should also give it to Newcastle, man. Those guys, they showed themselves approved, man. They showed that they would not be pushovers. They showed they would not be. It was a major upset. This is the kind of upset that happens in the World Cup.
But would you blame?
Just...
Would you want to blame the Chelsea players because they lacked that what's the word, finishing prowess yesterday?
Power. Yeah, I remember in our past episode I said it that this is the EPL. If you do not impose yourself as a top team on your opponent that is a bottom half team, they will do wonders on your head. And if you don't score the goals, you would lose. So any top team that is losing is their fault, because you have the budget, you have the money, you have the better skilled players. Why shouldn't you win the match? So of all the top 6 teams this week that did not show themselves approved against bottom teams, bottom teams, it's their fault.
No disrespect to the other teams, though. Yeah. No disrespect
to the other teams. But it's their fault, because for you to buy a certain player, what increases the price of a player is their skill level. You understand? So you have better skilled players and then you cannot win the match. That is their fault. I can't say more, I can't say less.
Because they had a lot of scoring chances to put that game to bed yesterday, and they kept losing and throwing away chances. Tammy Abraham, Willian, Mount, you could name it all. And also the joy about it is to the other divide of the London club. They said they sold Hayden to Newcastle to go score that goal against their rival. So funny.
normal football bats. Normal football bats.
But any Arsenal fan will be so happy, given the time that goal went in. It was additional time. The last minute of the additional time that goal went
additional in. Time.
It was 3 points.
The kind of goal that makes players cry and coaches cry.
3 points. 3 points. 3 points for Newcastle. They've been on a bad run of form, though. Very, very bad run of form. And they were able to nick that 3 points. And disappointing for Chelsea. Disappointing again for Frank Lampard, because the same thing happened in the previous match that they went to Brighton, Hove and Albion, where they dominated, and Brighton, Hove and Albion equalized, and it was fantastic. And same had happened here again. So where do you see this for Frank Lampard moving forward? What change?
Frank Lampard still needs to continue trying. I don't know. He still needs to continue trying.
Should he still put faith? Should he still put faith in the youth?
No, he should still put. That's very difficult to say. I don't know. But he can't buy players. He can't sign players now, so he doesn't have a choice than to put faith in the youth.
Yeah, but they have the ban has been lifted. They can sign this January. The ban has been lifted.
You know how January is.
Oh, true. You can't buy a lot of players. True. So moving on, 2 points dropped for Chelsea. Another top 6 team dropped points over the weekend. Moving on to today's match. Disastrous for Leicester City. Losing at Burnley.
And losing abundantly. Some people captain Vardy, and he gave them 0 points.
Jeez.
0 times. Captain Vardy, and he missed a penalty. My God.
I pity those that would have triple captained him for this weekend match on FPL. God. It would have been so disastrous. 0 times anything is 0. He lost the penalty. That would have given Leicester City an advantage, take the lead, because at that time it was 1 goal each. When Burnley equalized at the second half, they had the opportunity to go a goal up and just seal up the game. But Vardy came, he didn't come to the party, he lost that penalty kick. And Burnley went ahead, Westwood, to score the winner for Burnley, and that became so difficult for Leicester City to even come back. That's like Leicester City losing 4 or 5 out of 7 games now. That's a very poor run. Very poor run for them. And could that be a factor to Wilfred Ndidi? No excuse to Leicester City.
Yeah. People, I think some people saying that too. We know Ndidi is a firehouse, is a powerhouse, and you can't take it out. When teams lose players or don't have players, it's surely going to have an effect. It's really difficult for teams to just, when you have a very key player and you just wake up. I think that is, somebody was saying recently that Pep doesn't want to have a main player, so that's why he's always changing things. You understand? But I will also say that Ndidi missing that match had an effect.
Well, we would like to see Leicester City go back to that form that they were at the beginning of the season, raking up points, winning games, scoring, and also taking 3 points. Because right now they are sitting below Manchester City, but 3 points difference though. It can still be closed with the form of Manchester City. Who knows? Anything can happen. And also, just for us to, before we go to the last match preview, which is Liverpool Manchester United that happened today, we'd like to just tell our listeners to follow us on our social media platform. This is Footy Week Podcast, the EPL review, game week 23 and episode 4. We are a podcast, we're a football podcast channel. We're just starting soon. We're new into this. We ask that while you're listening to this on YouTube, please like our videos, subscribe, hit the subscribe button. We are on Instagram with the handle @FootyWheat and also on Twitter @Footy_Wheat. Please like our videos, share our videos so that you can give us visibility on YouTube. Thank you. So Chibuzo, we'll move to the last game, Liverpool Manchester United. We will never walk alone.
Well,
it seems I'm going to eat my words here because, sorry, just to cut you, it seems I'm going to eat my words here because I've never supported Liverpool. I don't want them to win that league. But come on, it's beginning to look like that. You can't help it
now. If you don't want them to win the league, then you can't deduct points. Use your hand and deduct points from their tally, which is not even possible. So
it's beginning to look like that. Today they were 65% because Manchester United had clear-cut chances.
Martial's miss,
Pereira's miss in the first half. Fred's shot at goal. You know, for me, these are pointers to show that Liverpool, yes, though the champions to be, still have a chink in their armor, because a better team that was ruthless could have taken those chances, and that could have been it. Because today, Liverpool, they came out the first 45 minutes all blazing. The first 30 minutes, they were all around Manchester United. Manchester United had no shots at goal.
It was like 89 to 11 possession.
And so, where did you think Manchester United did it wrong, or where did you see Liverpool got it right?
Manchester, I think later after the goal, Manchester United came out. Tried. If they had scored those goals, probably the game would have changed. So for me, it was them not converting their chances when they got them. You understand? And then towards the timing of the match, Salah increased the tally. So for me, I think it was them not trying to bore down into the tactics and all that, but then they missed their chances. The chances came and they missed them. So there's nothing more than that. And even if Liverpool played better than them, but then we all recognize that there were 2 to 3 chances in that match, clear chances. Pereira was just in the net, decided to use his stronger foot that was closer to the ball than his weaker foot that would have pushed the ball into the net. and then there were other misses. So for me, it was just about the miss. You understand? There are games where you play and you don't play well, but you get a draw, or you win, but you don't play well. You understand?
Yeah.
It would have been that kind of a game for Manchester United, but then they lost their chances. So I think I don't even want to go into how they played and all that, but then for me, Liverpool have shown again, even at 1-0, they were very, very on cruise control. You understand? So
Absolutely, they were on cruise control. Even if, because we couldn't have been able to count the number of chances that Liverpool had that they missed. We couldn't, because we couldn't, except for those goals where Van Dijk headed the ball into the net and the quick pass from Alisson to Salah, and it went. Those were just the highlights for Liverpool. But we see that match now. We see that there's a 30 points difference between Liverpool and Manchester United on the EPL table for this season at the moment.
Is why you count. What was the counting?
No, it's just
no reason.
Yeah, it's just to point out. It's just to point out the gulf difference between.
Is like I'm trying to use this example. The chasm between the rich man and Lazarus. Like
it's really a chasm. Really, because
no.
This just shows how good Liverpool are this season. Now they've gone 22 match played. Just one shot of them being 100% this season thus far. 21 matches won, 1 match drawn. It was Manchester United. They drew 2 at the Old Trafford, Theatre of Dreams, and also they have a game at hand. Do you see Liverpool pressing that self-destruct button and making them drop more points to now make?
You're always asking this question every week. It's like you want to press. Is that button? It's like that button is in your house. Just bring it up and press it.
Because I wish I can press that button right now.
These are vex, yeah. What mates? I don't. Which team? Is it the Man City that is? Man City is not fooling them on their heels now. Man City can still lose 1
16 points difference. It could
Leicester is doing like this. Is it Chelsea? Is it Man U? Let's see. These guys are going for it. Let's just give it to them. I think let's give them that respect, because the more we say, are they going to lose the lead and all that? In a way, it sounds like we're belittling them. These guys have been playing well. Let's let whoever walks, you reap the fruit of their labor. I think they are reaping the fruit of their labor.
Arsenal fans, hold still. Your invincible record is about to get shattered by Liverpool.
Oh God!
I think Arsenal, they can do it, because when they will be playing Liverpool towards the end of the season, Liverpool could have been crowned champions. No, Liverpool would have been crowned champions by then. So possibly, maybe judging club could want to, like, okay, I won the league already. Let me just send those small boys to go play. At least you guys did 5-5 at the EFL Cup, or in the EFL Cup. The small boys I put out there played a draw, a 5-5 goal thriller with Arsenal. So why can't I just send them there to the Emirates and go and play and enjoy and have fun? But the truth is, I might want to see Liverpool want to say, okay, we won the league. Now we want to do that unbeaten. We want to go an entire season unbeaten. In addition to the other records that we've set, because we went a full calendar year last year, 38 matches, unbeaten, garnering 108 points, and also they would want to do that and say, okay, for the entire of the season, we want to match up with the 2003-2004 invincible records. Do you see Jurgen Klopp doing that, or do you see him just relaxing? Oh, I won the league already, so why do I need to stress myself?
Jurgen Klopp wants to break records. Who doesn't want to break records? You want to break records now. He will want to break the record, I'm sure of that.
It's a pity.
He might act like he's not interested, but please, Sean, he's going to try. He's going to push them, guys. Let's do this.
It's a pity. It's a pity to the Arsenal faithfuls, and also it's a pity to the Manchester United fans. Because do you see this as mediocrity on the side of Manchester United?
Yes. Now, what else? It's mediocrity now. Now we said, oh, I only knows how to play against big teams. So what's happening? So, both big teams he loses, small teams he loses. So let's watch. Let's see if the player has more reasons to keep him at the wheels.
15 matches left for other teams, while Liverpool has 16 more matches to go to be crowned champions. We will be here, we will be waiting to see what happens towards the end of the season. So it's that time of the podcast show where we crown the champions for predictions, correct predictions. Apparently it was just myself and Chibuzo that was here last week. Unfortunately, Udoko wasn't around and also isn't around today. We'll look at the predictions we made for last week, who got it right and who got it wrong, and who's going to be crowned champions for the right predictions. So, should I start with you, Chibuzo?
Yeah, just start.
Because
no time.
Because you know already that you're going to lose this.
No worry, don't worry. Continue.
So, we predicted for the top 6. For our listeners, we just want them to know that we do this predictions every game week review. We predict for the next coming matches that will be happening on the next game week of the EPL. So we only do for the top 6 sides: Tottenham, Arsenal, Leicester City, Manchester United, and Liverpool, and Manchester City. So Watford, Tottenham, you predicted the Tottenham win, and I predicted that it's either going to end a draw or Watford was going to win it. So I got that. Arsenal, Sheffield United, we both predicted a win. So we lost that. Manchester City, Crystal Palace at the Etihad Stadium, we both predicted a win. So we lost out to that. Newcastle United, Chelsea. You predicted a Chelsea win. I predicted a Newcastle win.
How? Are you sure?
So damn sure. I told you I have this thing written. So damn sure. I predicted a Newcastle win. Or they were going to end. It was going to end in a draw. Either a win for Newcastle United or a draw. So that's 2-1. Liverpool, Manchester United. We both predicted. I predicted a win for Manchester United. I lost that. You predicted a win was gonna either be a win for Manchester United or a draw. As a Manchester United fan, I guess.
Was that what I said?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
A draw or Manchester United was going to win?
There was no way Manchester United was going to win that much.
You know, when you were saying it last week, I was like, is this guy smoking pods or what? But you know, for who I am, I wanted Manchester United to win that match. Though, unfortunately. So, Burnley, Leicester City, we both predicted a win for Leicester City. Though you predicted it was going to be a win for Leicester City, or it was going to end in a draw. I predicted Leicester City was going to win it.
So that means why have a draw now?
Nope. It's 2-1 because I nicked that in the match between Newcastle United and Chelsea. So, I win it this week. The predictor champion for this week is Anthony. Yay. So, we go ahead. We look at the next matches for game week 24, which will be on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tuesday, January 21st. Wednesday, January 22nd, and Thursday, January 23rd. Like the usual, we will be predicting for the top 6 sides of the EPL, because there's every tendency the top 6 will change for next season. So we move straight. We start with the big one. Chelsea versus Arsenal at the Stamford Bridge. Sheffield United versus Manchester City. Leicester City versus West Ham United. Tottenham versus Norwich City. Manchester United versus Burnley. And Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Liverpool. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I'm choosing Man City to win, Chelsea to win, Tottenham to win, Liverpool to win, Man U to win.
Hey, slow your roll, buddy. You're choosing what? Manchester United to win. Okay.
Liverpool to win.
Liverpool against Wolves. Liverpool is away as Wolves.
Yeah.
You want to think straight?
Win or draw.
Okay.
Win or draw.
For Liverpool, Wolves. Okay.
Tottenham is going to win.
Tottenham win Norwich City. Okay. Leicester City, West Ham United.
Is it Leicester City, West Ham? I think Leicester City will win.
Okay. Chelsea versus Arsenal, London Derby.
Chelsea to win or draw.
Chelsea to win or draw. Okay. Sheffield United versus Manchester City.
Manchester City to win.
Manchester City to win. Are you going to think it through?
Manchester City to win.
Okay, so that's Chubuzo's prediction. So my predictions: Sheffield United versus Manchester City. Manchester City will win. It will be a close one. Very, very close one. It's going to be a close one. Chelsea versus Arsenal. Arsenal winning, or it will end in a draw. Arsenal winning, or it will end in a draw. Leicester City versus West Ham United. I see that ending in a draw. I'll go straight for a draw for that. Tottenham Hotspur versus Norwich City. A Norwich City win, or it's going to end in a draw.
Norwich City, because they beat Bournemouth.
Norwich City win.
It's penalty.
Or it's going to end in a draw. Manchester United, Burnley. Manchester United will take that. 3 points. Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Liverpool. It's going to be a Wolverhampton Wanderers win, or it's going to end in a draw. That's my prediction. Boom!
Because of Invincibles. Okay.
Boom! Well, so that's my prediction.
Watch now next.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we've done justice to this week's podcast. I'm not expecting, please, all these EPL, they should just behave themselves. All these upsets. Would you allow me to win predictions now? Which kind of life? So thank you guys for listening. It's been a pleasure being on this podcast to talk about football. We always talk about football. Remember to follow us on social media. Remember to like and watch our videos and podcasts everywhere. And he's Alpha.
Yeah, so it's a nice one discussing the EPL Game Week 23 review for the Game Week 23. We hope to have more scintillating performance from the top 6 sides, and also we hope this Game Week 24 will provide a lot of upsets, Liverpool for one, and also we pray we wish to watch good football. Like on Football Week podcast, we talk everything and anything football. It's been nice doing this with Chibuzo, my co-host. We hope to have Adoka join us in our next preview. And Chibuzo, you share your social media handle like we used to end the program, and we'll take it out from there.
Social media handle is at CHAIBIZI.
So my social media handle on Twitter is at HEYHEES at a his. It's not that complicated. So you all have a nice week. Stay blessed and be good. Ciao.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.